Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm here with a new story for you. As always, this one goes out to my Patreon patrons. If you'd like to submit a story idea for me to adapt, check the link below. Also, if you enjoy these stories, please remember to share them with your friends. I appreciate that. And now, without further ado, let's begin. Outside an abandoned roadside motel in rural Arizona, a car spotted to a stop. Behind the wheel sat a young woman named Samantha, who was desperate for a break. She'd been driving for hours and the engine of her car was on its last legs. All she had to do was get to the next town over where she could flag down a tow truck. Surely someone there would be able to help her. But before she could get out, a thick fog rolled in, obscuring the road ahead and the road behind. Panic began to set in. What if she was stranded out here? Her cell phone was dead. She was alone, and the lonely desert stretched endlessly around her. Then she saw it. The Desert Rose Motel, its neon sign flickering faintly in the distance. Relief flooded through her. Maybe she wasn't doomed after all. As she stepped out of her car, the sign flickered again, plunging the parking lot into darkness. And when it turned back on, the numbers in its name had changed. It now read the Forgotten Motel. Shaking off her fears, Samantha checked in and was led to her room by a strange little girl in a nightgown. As she entered, she noticed a peculiar smell, like stale perfume and decaying flowers. The girl stood in the middle of the room and turned slowly, revealing a ghastly white face with long black hair covering her eyes. Startled, Samantha screamed and backed away. But as she did, she noticed another girl standing in the corner. This one was thinner, with dirty blonde hair and freckles across her nose. The freckled girl looked at Samantha and smiled, then beckoned with her finger for Samantha to follow her. Then everything went black. When Samantha awoke, the room was dark. She sat up in bed and realized that she was no longer wearing the clothes she had on the day before. Disoriented, she got up and began to search for a window to figure out what time it was. But as she moved, a man's voice echoed through the room. "Time to wake up, Samantha," he said. "You've slept long enough." She spun around, but there was no one there. Looking back at the bed, she noticed a man standing where the girl had been. He was tall and muscular with sharp features and cold eyes. Before she could speak, he vanished. Then the room filled with light and Samantha found herself back in her car in the motel parking lot. Shaking, she started the engine and drove away. But as soon as she rounded the bend, she was back in the motel parking lot. Confused and terrified, she slammed the car into reverse and sped back toward the road she had come from. But no matter how fast she drove, she couldn't escape. She was trapped in a never-ending loop, forced to relive the same moments over and over again. Days turned into weeks and Samantha grew more and more desperate. She tried everything to break the cycle, to no avail. One night, as she sat in her car crying, the little girl in the nightgown appeared. "Why won't you let me leave?" Samantha cried out. The girl approached the car and pressed her face against the window. "This isn't real," she whispered. "None of it's real. This place is a trap. You have to stay here forever." With that, she vanished. Just then, the man from earlier appeared. "Do you understand now?" he asked. "This is your punishment. You will spend eternity here, reliving the same moments over and over again." "What have I done?" Samantha screamed. He leaned closer. "You're not here because of something you did," he hissed. "You're here because of something you are. You were brought here to this motel so that we could hunt you. I am one of the restless spirits bound to this place, and you are our prey. Once you checked into this motel, you were already dead. You just don't know it yet." With that, he lunged at her through the window, his eyes burning with an unearthly fire. "Now listen closely. The next time you find yourself traveling down a lonely road, if you see a dilapidated motel beckoning in the distance, do not make the mistake of checking in. Evil does not always wear chains or wield a knife. Sometimes it merely beckons you into your own mind and traps you there for eternity." And that, my friends, is the story of the Forgotten Motel. Are you scared of getting lost in a time loop like Samantha? Let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.